I just think if you get better, I think it all starts at the deal finding. If you can build that deal finding machine, if you go back to that, the larger discounts, the better you get at sales, the better you get at the marketing part, that funnel, to get that lead at the cheapest cost, to get that lead to sign a contract at the cheapest cost, meaning the cheapest leads per contract, things like this.
Yes.
Then all of a sudden you can make a little bit of mistakes until you become a pro, but you can make a little bit of mistakes and still make a lot of money. So I'm so passionate about the deal finding and the wholesale part. Although we have a team of, 12, 15 people running around and getting deals for us, I'm still like heavily involved because I love that part. I know how important it is from that point. That's point A. Point B, C, D, all the way through Z can't happen without point A being done well.
Yes. No, you're 100% right. It's key. And it takes a team too, right? You would love to be able to do everything yourself. You can't even think about doing everything yourself. There's just too many moving parts. And you rely on certain people to do certain things. And then people are good at certain tasks that you're not good at. You want to hand off that stuff, and the stuff that you hate. Biggest thing as business owner, the stuff that you hate, hand that off, hire that out.
Yeah.
Stuff you love, you can keep some of that stuff, right? And really drive that and accelerate that. And that's really what you want to do. Focus on, what you're good at, and then let other people focus on what you don't like and what you're not as good at. And like you said, get your numbers down, work on improving that, so your cost per lead come down and your profits go up.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it also depends on what you enjoy, like you mentioned. People are going to have different opinions for different things. I was listening to a podcast this morning. It was about wholesale or something. And they're like, oh, the first person you should hire is an acquisitions agent if you want to grow your business. And I'm like, well, it's different, because if you love acquisitions, that's not going to be the first thing you should give up. You should give up what you don't love to do. If you hate selling properties or you just don't like it that much, then hire a dispositions person. You keep the acquisition side. You find the real right fit. So there's a lot of different ways to do it. There's no right or wrong. Obviously there's better or worse, but as you were saying, you just figure out kind of like what you really like. If you're in real estate right now, maybe you're a flipper, maybe you're a wholesaler, and just slowly but surely hire out the things. But it's okay to keep what you love. Like, I've met people who do, 8 figures a year wholesaling houses, and I've met people who are not involved at all, and I've met people who still go on appointments. Both guys do 8 figures or more wholesaling. So there's no right or wrong.
There is no right or wrong. Yeah, you're right.
One guy never talks to a seller again, makes 10 million. The other guy talks to sellers every day, makes 10 million. So there's no, you just have to choose what you like for you.
That's very, very true. So I started this business in 2001. I was the acquisition guy. I am still to this day the main acquisition person, but I do have new people that we're working on over the past year, bringing us new deals too, which is good. So they're bringing additional deals. Eventually, I would like to replace myself out of it, just so I can really focus on raising more private money and more capital to be able to do potentially more deals and create bigger teams buying all over the country. So that's my objective right now. I love the acquisition side though. It's fun. I didn't like the disposition side, like you just said there. Couldn't stand that part of it. So I hired a guy out in 2014, and he was my dispo guy. He's still with me. We created an educational company. We partnered on that. We're doing both those things together, but he's still doing the dispositions for me. And I don't have to worry about that headache at all. I don't have to worry about the marketing, dealing with these guys. And guess what? He sells properties for more than what I used to be able to sell them for. He's better. He's better at it than I am. So it's even more important. He pays for himself.
That's the best feeling. I know that happens to us all the time. Our dispo girl, I mean, I see some of the things she sells. I'm like, I can't imagine. I can't believe the patience she had to get $5,000 more for that property. Like, I don't have that patience. So she, by default, and your guy by default, is going to make more money than you, And because
I'll cave quicker. I'll cave quicker on the price than they will.
1,000%.
Right.
I'm lazy like that. If I'm like, oh, we're making 20 grand. Okay, it's fine. Yeah, we can make 23, but who cares? No, she cares. She's like,
she
no,
cares.
no.